Hello, this is Avijit Mukherjee, assistant teacher Nitesh Subhas Public School, Jiaganj. Today we are going to study class 6 Science, chapter 2, Components of Food, part 2. Let's remember, let's unmute the names: meat, protein, roti, carbohydrate, butter, fats, oranges, vitamins, carrot, dietary fibers, dal, proteins, honey, sugar and minerals. Out of this, which is most common simple carbohydrate, that is honey, which one contains the complex carbohydrate, that is roti, which of them will turn copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide purple, that is dal. Our diet must contain adequate amount of different nutrients for our body to function properly. It is called a balanced diet that contains adequate amount of different nutrients in the right proportions along with the roughage and water required for the healthy functioning of our body. A balanced diet must include food items for the following four food groups: milk group, including milk and milk products; meat group, including meat of chicken, fish, lamb, etc., and meat substitutes like beans, peas, nuts, and seeds; fruits and vegetable group, that includes fruits and vegetables; and lastly, grain group, that includes breads and cereals. Diseases that are caused due to the lack of the nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, or minerals in the diet over a long period of time are called deficiency diseases. They cannot be transmitted from one person to another. Deficiency of carbohydrates will result in the lack of energy and stamina. Someone who is a laborer and does hard manual work needs more carbohydrates in his diet than a person who is sitting in his office. Such pot belly stunted growth of the child is suffering from the protein deficiency called kwashiorkor. Children need more proteins than the adults in their diet. Lack of the proteins in the diet can weaken the muscles, and this disease can lead to kwashiorkor. The deficiency of proteins along with carbohydrate deficiency is called protein energy malnutrition, or PEM, leading to marasmus. The kwashiorkor symptoms may be large pot belly, stunted growth, swelling of face and limbs, especially the feet, skin diseases, mental diseases, diarrhea. If this treatment is started in time, then improving the protein intake may correct the disease. Marasmus is more common among the infants and children under 5 years of age. A child suffering from marasmus becomes very thin, slow body growth, lack of energy, loss of appetite, weak legs, mental retardation, and poor muscle development. To prevent these diseases, the government of India has started programs such as the Integrated Child Development Scheme (ICDS) and the Mid-Day Meal Scheme in schools. Table 2.1 lists the functions, deficiency diseases, symptoms, and sources of vitamins A, B1, B2, B12, C, D, and K. Some vitamins are very sensitive to heat and light. For example, vitamin C is easily destroyed during cooking. So it is preferable that it should be eaten raw, the sources of it. The scurvy was the common sailor's disease due to lack of the vitamin C during long voyages. Now, the next table 2.2 shows the minerals, their functions, deficiencies, disease, symptoms, and sources like the calcium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, sodium, and potassium, and magnesium. Deficiency of water in the body, excessive loss of it from the body can lead to a condition called dehydration, and it can cause loss of salts and leads to weakness in the body. ORS, or oral rehydrating solution, can be given to the patients to recover from dehydration. It is available free of cost at a primary health center too. It can also be made at home by mixing 6 teaspoonful of sugar, half a teaspoonful of salt in 1 liter of clean drinking water. These are the keywords: saturated fats that are normally solid at room temperatures, unsaturated fats that are normally liquid at room temperatures, fat soluble vitamins that are stored in the fat tissues and body needs them at emergency, water soluble vitamins not stored in the body needs to be supplied regularly, macro minerals which are needed by the body in larger amounts, trace minerals, these are needed by the body in very small amounts, dietary fibers, the portion of plant that does not provide any nutrients to the body but helps in maintaining healthy digestive system, balanced diet containing adequate amount of different components of the food for the healthy functioning of the body. The deficiency diseases are that caused due to lack of nutrients in the diet. Now, this is a summary for carbohydrates, proteins, fat, vitamins, minerals, dietary fibers, the main components of food. Carbohydrates, fats provide the energy to the body. Proteins needed for the muscle building and repair of worn-out tissues. Vitamins and minerals are needed for the normal functioning of the body. Balanced diet should include food items from our 4 basic groups. Deficiency of carbohydrates causes lack of energy and stamina. Deficiency of proteins causes kwashiorkor. Combined deficiency of proteins and carbohydrates causes marasmus. Deficiency of vitamins can cause night blindness, beriberi, anemia, scurvy, rickets. Deficiency of minerals can cause osteoporosis, rickets, anemia, goiter. Deficiency of water can cause dehydration. Now solving the exercise questions. 1. Objective type. A. Part number 1. Fill in blanks. Plants store energy in the form of starch. Number 2. Saturated fats are normally solids at room temperature. 3. Muscles, organs, blood are made up of mostly proteins. 4. Deficiency diseases cannot be transmitted from one person to another. 5. Deficiency of vitamin C can cause scurvy. Part B. Choose the correct option. Number 1. Which of these is simplest form of sugar? This will be glucose. Number 2. Which of these is fat soluble vitamins? That is vitamin A, D, vitamin E, K. That is both A and B. That is option D. Question 3. How does water help our body? All of these actually. It helps transport substances in the body, regulate the body temperature, mediate various chemical reactions in the body. 4. Which of these is caused by deficiency of carbon as well as protein? That is marasmus. Option C. Number 5. Which of these is needed for strengthening of bones and teeth? That is both A and B, calcium and phosphorus. Which of these are source of starch? That is option D, rice and potatoes. 7. Key is an example of this type of fat. This is absolute. Number B, unsaturated fat. Question 8. Deficiency of this vitamin causes anemia. That is D, vitamin B12. Number 9. The function of which vitamin is to help clot blood and contribute is option D, vitamin K. 10. Lack of which of these minerals causes osteoporosis and lack of it is option B, calcium. Part 2. Very short answer type questions. A. 1. Sources of carbohydrates. That could be rice, wheat. Number 2. Sources of proteins. Egg, meat. 3. Food rich in dietary fiber. Cabbage, turnip. 4. Rich sources of vitamin A. It could be carrots and green leafy vegetables. 5. Rich source of vitamin K. Green leafy vegetables and spinach. 6. Deficiency disease could be marasmus, could be kwashiorkor, could be osteoporosis. Very short answer type questions. Part B. Give one word. 1. Substances needed by a body for proper growth and healthy body function. Vitamins and minerals. Number 2. Condition caused due to excessive body fat, obesity. Number 3. Minerals that are needed by the body in larger amounts, that are macrominerals. 4. Diseases caused due to lack of nutrients in the diet over a long period of time. Deficiency diseases. 5. Disease caused by lack of iron in the diet, that's anemia. Now these are the short answer questions that you have to attempt. Especially these balanced diet part and the deficiency disease part is very important for the examination. Then a long answer type is important for the case of roughage, the PEM part and the symptoms, and explain the causes of symptoms in rickets, beriberi, anemia and goiter. Very important question. That's the end of this chapter. Try to complete this part, and I have solved all the question answers of this chapter. Start learning. Do have a nice time.